Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another Zagard stream. It is I, your friend, the one, the only Z, a single Zagard, and I hope you're all having a wonderful morning, noon, night, evening, whatever time it is for you today. Welcome back to the Dragon's Den, my friends, and it's another wonderful, beautiful, magical Mondays here in the Dragon's Den. And I'm still dying. I've been dying for 2 weeks, and I'm not getting any better, chat. That's how it's gonna be, just dying over and over. No, but seriously, yeah, I was sick, really sick, because Andrew got me sick. He came over for a business meeting, and he's like, oh, I have a little bit of a cough, but I wanted to make sure I made the meeting. And then, like, 3 days later, I got sick, and then 3 days after that, Claire got sick. So we were both just sick for like a week and a half, just not able to do it much besides be sick. And I was like, well, I can't stream while sick. Like, I don't have the energy. I couldn't look at a screen for more than an hour and a half, maybe, before getting a headache. So that was fun. That was a fun time. So now I want to just get back into Silksong as soon as possible. As soon as plausible. I don't even remember what the hell I was doing. All right, I was checking out those areas. Do I need anything from you? Nope. What do we have? A qotd. Roy, the Right. The long claw and the snitch pick. And I also have the thief's mark. So I get extra rosaries. Oh my god. Howery Maury. Why do I feel like there is something I am missing? I'm guessing we have to go. Okay, so this is one of those doorway things. So then what have I not done that I need to have done? Maybe it's at the bottom here. Oh, fell right into lava. Like a pro. There's nothing here. It's the power of the not dragon. Truge. Okay, so I'm guessing this is the only way to get across. Oh, I was not paying attention to my health. Question of the day, if you could instantly master one video game skill, what would it be? For me, it would be aim. Like, having perfect aim in any game would be amazing. And I say that even if you don't play any FPSs or TPSs, I think just it would be useful for so many things. Shep Noah of the dark variety. Where's Light Noah? What happened to him? Did you eat him? Okay, this will open the door. Sweet. Okay, so this is gonna be the only way to get around this thing, for sure. Okay, so I see an item there. That's cool. Okay, whatever that is. That was not fair. I would also pick aim. You tend to do a lot of that in games. Like, no, had to go there can only be one. I see, I see. So that means he's leaving so he can kill you. That's the only thing that could mean. Oh my god, I am playing like a papega chicken on a cracker made of papega rice. Like, how can I be doing this bad, folks? Well, the answer is, I suck. I do not want to lose all them coins, them monies I had. I should probably change my build. This is not a good exploring build. This is a money grabbing build. But I can't do that here. You son of a slug. Oh my god. Was this a fight? I was not expecting a fight. Okay, let's change our build. Chad, I'm so excited for Friday. Why? What's on Friday? What's on Friday that makes you excited? I what yellow ones do we have? I think that'll be more useful for now. This one might be better than this right now. Project Hail Mary, one of my favorite books, has a movie adaptation releasing. Ooh, interesting. What is Project Hail Mary? What's it about? I'm excited for tomorrow because so many things are happening tomorrow. One, it's my milk tea day with Claire, and so I get to have milk tea. Two, I'm playing D&D with some friends. Three, the new phone I want gets released. Gets its international release that day. That was bad. No, there goes all my money. How much money did we lose? Oh, not much. Okay, in that case, that's probably the best one for now. Milk tea gig. Guy wakes up in a room with no memory of why he's there as he moves around throughout. He begins to recall what happened, why he's in the room. The fate of the planet is at stake. It's also a sci-fi, if that helps. I figured it was sci-fi based on the fate of the planet is at stake. That sounds interesting. Maybe I'll read it or listen to it more on Audible, more likely. I do want to get back to reading, like legitimate reading. You seem a bit rusty. I am a bit rusty. Call this Pokemon Rusty version, because I'm about to slaughter all these animals. It's hard to adequately describe without revealing too much. Okay, what then? Let me ask you this question. What is your favorite part of the book? Is it the story or the writing or the dialogue? Or I know writing is technically part of dialogue, but it also isn't. That's a good question. Oh, I'm playing so bad. I'm really excited to finally get a new phone. It's been like 7-8 years since I've had a new phone. And the thing is, my current phone works totally fine. Like, it doesn't not work. But I'm running out of like I've run out of storage multiple times. I've had to delete stuff off my phone that I did not really want to delete off my phone. On top of that, the battery dies kind of quickly now. And the port for the charger is kind of loose. Sorry, there's something in my eye. I'm grinding on some Lego games to 100% complete them. That sounds like fun, if you're enjoying that. 7-8 years is a long time phone lifespan. Yeah. I was raised by my parents to, like, keep shit until it is unusable. Literally unusable in some cases. Okay, let's try. We're gonna get this in one try. Okay, I think like the flying one might actually be the best. The one that's for anti-flyers. Did I do it, chat? I think I did it. Holy, let's go. And we got a shortcut. That'll be useful for later. I don't have my compass, I just realized. Okay. Rude. We found another flea. Well, that's nice. Why is there... Okay, it probably doesn't mean anything then. Okay, new area. Oh, new enemies. I had a feeling that was gonna happen. Okay, I feel like, oops. I feel like I should go this way first. Haha! We found the bridge! What could be here? A bucket overflowing with smoldering flintstone. Okay. Nope, that didn't do what I wanted it to. Hmm. Four Brothers Cygnus. Oh, that was bad. No fair, you have minions. Magic bridge will take you to the deepest desires. Milk tea? A third stomach for milk tea? Well, if that's what it'll take me to, then I guess I have to get it. Oh, there's too many good ones in the blue section. And I hate that I can't, like, replace these with other non-blues. Like, this one is all yellows, pretty much. Do I have a... No, I don't. Like, these two have the most blues. Like, if I could have more blues, that would be amazing. Like, replace one of these reds with a blue. And then I could do, I could do so many sick combinations. Alright, let's put that one on the top. I forget, did you watch the One Piece live action? I have watched 7 out of 8 episodes of Season 2. And that's only because Season 2 just came out, and I hate binging in one day. I legitimately hate it. I think binging in one day is ruining television. Because people don't actually pay attention to the episodes anymore. Like, people just watch the episodes passively in the background because, like, oh, I'm just going to watch the whole thing right away anyways. Instead of, you know, thinking about... I did that one already, right? Don't need that anymore. One, I think one of the reasons I don't like watching, I don't like them releasing them all in one day, is because batch releasing them, like, okay. So one of the great things about weekly releases is that each episode that comes out has to be a good episode. Okay? And that doesn't mean every episode is good, but they have to try with each episode. You can't just like try with the first and last episodes, which are always going to be the most watched, because when a new season or a new show comes out, people will always give it a chance because they'll get excited, and then they want to see how it ends. But when you have weekly, each week has to be good, because you have to justify making each episode every week, and you have to keep people invested week to week to week. So that's the first reason. The second reason is then what happens is as each episode comes out, people are like, ooh, what's happening next? I'm excited. I'm curious what's going to happen next. What's going to happen next, right? Everybody starts theory crafting, like, oh, I think this season is going to end with X, Y, and Z. I think this character is going to die. I think these characters are going to, like, these characters are going to get together. Like, there's this theory crafting involved with each episode every week. And as the show goes on every week, the theory crafting gets bigger and bigger, and people start noticing more details. And now whatever theory they started with either has new details that prove it or new details that destroy it. And then new theories come up. And it keeps getting built up, and it builds up this momentum and this hype. So when you finally get to the last episode and it's either true or false, there's this huge, like, energetic moment in your mind and soul and online, and when you're talking with your friends, like, oh my God, so that's how it ends. When you watch it all at once, or just day after day, even day after day, which I do when they batch release and it's a new show and I have to talk about it eventually online, when that happens, it makes me upset, because we don't get that theory crafting. It's just people talking about, oh, they just talk about the season like it's one movie or a long episode. And it just becomes, oh, this season sucks, or this season was great, or the ending was like this. People usually if it gets this, it doesn't get the whole, like the cultural momentum of it doesn't exist. And so it's just a quick, was it good or bad suddenly? And then if you want to talk about what was good and what was bad, you have to then do a long deep dive into the entire season, instead of just getting a deep dive per episode. And they could still do a deep dive per episode, but then it's all in hindsight. There's no currently this is what this episode is like. And it's not good that way, in my opinion. And then the other problem with batch releasing is you don't get that cultural weekly reminder of, okay, this is what's been happening, this is what the show is like. You don't get this repetition of, oh, these are the characters. You don't get connected to them in the same way. Like, your friends are your friends because you see them all the time and you want to be around them and you like being around them. You like a show because it's like every week, I enjoy seeing these characters do this thing. One of the reasons The Office and Friends still exist to this day and are still beloved is because for weeks and weeks and weeks and months and months and months and years and years and years, people spent time with these characters, getting to know them, seeing their struggles, seeing their successes, seeing their failures, seeing how they interacted with each other. You know? It's this long, enjoyable journey that's amazing. It's the same reason One Piece is as amazing as it is. People complain, oh, it's 1,000 episodes. How can you spend that much time on it? Because I love the world and the characters. That's why. And I'm into them because I've been watching it for years. And it only gets better. And every time now there's a new chapter, a new episode, I'm like, oh my God, I didn't see this coming. But there was this build up to getting there. And the entire build up, I'm like, yes, keep going, keep going, keep going. You know, it's like if you're eating a meal, you don't just shove it all in your mouth and go, and then choke it down and go, that was a good meal. You eat it bite by bite. Each bite either gets better or worse. It might have an aftertaste to it. It might have an odd smell or look to it that complement, or a positive one that complements the overall flavor. There's like a wait, like the waiting for it to even getting cooked makes it more enjoyable. You start salivating, you start thinking, man, I can't wait to have this turkey or this stir fry or whatever it is. It just gets more and more enjoyable. Like the best drinks are not drinks you just chug down, like a like Bud Light. People just chug those. You don't chug an $800 scotch because it's meant to be sipped. It's meant to be enjoyed slowly. You don't chug a bottle of wine, top tier bottle of $2,000 bottle of wine. You savor that. You savor each sip because it's delicious and amazing. But so for some reason, we're like, yeah, that's what we should do with TV. Entertainment should just be as quick as possible now. Just get it over, done and over with, and move on to the next thing. It really saddens me that so many people think that's the best way to view stuff. And then it's proven that people don't remember things as much when it's all watched at once. They'll like, you'll be like, hey, you remember in episode 3? And they're like, no, I don't remember episode 3. I remember the beginning and the end, and that's it, because that's all they care about. Because when you binge it, that's all that matters. For a lot of people, their memory is bad. And then people will say, oh, well, I'll watch it with my girlfriend or my sister or my mom, and she'll remember it better when we batch watch it. Yeah, because they're barely giving it half their attention already anyways. Most of the people who do that are like, oh, one episode a week is so hard. That's hard for you? Dude, what do you mean one episode a week is too hard? That's ridiculous. I'm sorry. No, that's stupid. If you can't watch for 30 minutes or an hour once every week and be involved in watching for that hour or 30 minutes, then you have a terrible attention span and you need to delete all social media, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. You need to delete that and start reading books instead, because your attention span is that of a toddler. Like when I was 8 years old, I could watch an episode every week and remember exactly what happened last week and be like, oh, I wonder what's going to happen this week. And then I wonder what's going to happen next week while I'm watching the episode. I could remember those details. If you can't do that now, you have literally the attention span of a toddler who can't remember the difference. Like when you do this, they're like, oh my God, where'd he go? I can't remember what he looks like. And then you show up and he's like, oh my God, you're here. Literally toddler brain. So, yeah, it just makes you so mad. Plus, there's not much to talk about. The whole thing is out. Exactly. Like, all you can talk about is, man, it was so good. I love that scene. But you can't be like, man, you can theory craft about the next season, but you don't know how long that's going to be. It's so bad. Jumping in the middle of a rant is certainly something. Hi, Optimus Philip. I'm sorry. Whenever I think of binge watching and batch delivering episodes of shows, it makes me so mad. And then people act like, oh, this is the better way to do it. No, it's not. It's the lazier way to do it. And it's like, oh, I'll make a day of it. Yeah, one day versus 8 weeks. Really, one day of enjoyment is better to you than 8 weeks of enjoyment. Okay, that logic does not track for me. Part of that is shows being released in batches now instead of weekly or something. I'm not a fan of that. True weekly release build a stronger sense of community. Yeah, exactly. And then my ultimate biggest problem with the being the batch schedule, and we know this is because of the batch release. Because batch release is a thing and everybody just binges it and plays stuff in the background now, because they're like, oh, I don't really have to pay attention, because all that matters is the beginning and the end. Now, because of that, more and more shows and movies are doing two things that I hate. One is OG action films would like the movie would start off slow or quiet and might have a small action scene, and then they'd spend all their budget on the final ending action scene. So you end in this huge crescendo of like catharsis of like, yeah, we did it, we beat the bad guy. But now, because everything's batch release, you have to get people addicted at the beginning. So all the big action is at the beginning of everything now. And then so the rest of the movie isn't going to be as cool as the beginning, because the beginning is where they spent all their action. So now it's just going to be like, yeah, that was cool, but the beginning was awesome, right? Just to get you addicted to it. It's like, imagine you're eating a steak and the first bite is amazing, and then every bite after that tastes like just fine, or forgettable, or deja vu. Like, it's like, oh, I've had this before. Like the rest of the show is just gonna be meh. However it ends is gonna be meh. because the way it begins was yes. And then on top of that, we now have shows that are like, oh, we have to have the characters describe everything they're doing because people are not paying attention and they don't remember anymore. So every episode you have to have someone say, I am now, we have to fight the bad guy because the bad guy is doing the bad thing. And because he's doing the bad thing, that will cause more of the bad thing. So we have to stop the bad guy because we are the good guy. Every episode they have to explain the exact same plot. It's like, yes, I've known for 3 seasons what's going on. Stop wasting my time. And we get less time. We get less time. We get less episodes. We get less time with actual important stuff. That was close. I should have healed when I had the chance. I got too cocky. I don't have the energy reserves for binge watching. I can usually get through 3, maybe 4 episodes in a single day before I have to go do something else. Yeah, after, like... I'm with you on that. That's why binge watching for me and my wife is we watch 1 episode a day. Maybe 2 if we're really loving it. The closest we ever got to watching, like, true binge watching was during COVID when, you know, nobody could leave the house. And even then we were like, God, I cannot be watching this for, like, the whole day. I used to do it as a teenager when I was trying to catch up with shows. That was dumb of me. But as an adult, I'm like, no, I want to savor this moment. And the most we binge watched was, I think, we would watch 4 episodes a day of One Piece. That was the most we were binge watching. How do I feel? I feel much better. And that was, again, the most we watched was 4 episodes of One Piece a day. It was 2 in the morning, 2 at night, and then that was it. We didn't rush it. We didn't... Wait, no, I wanted to go down. I forgot. This is hard. I must admit, I used to be the kind of guy who needed the "we're doing X now" said explicitly because I would second monitor pretty much everything. I'm better with that now, though. I actually pay attention when I'm watching a show. Yeah, I could never second monitor. I can second monitor with YouTube videos because with YouTube videos, it's more of a discussion usually. But I will generally still first monitor with most YouTube videos. There are very few times I will second monitor for the whole day. I forgot this first part I need to still... I love doing that little flip. Actually, I want to see what's over here first. Do I have a worm? I do not. That's okay. It's just money. We should put on the heat bell. Yeah. I think the slowest I've ever gone is when we were watching Percy Jackson for videos, because between pausing to take notes and just getting annoyed, one episode can take multiple days. Yeah, that's very. Yeah, that's different though. When you're doing it for research, you have to be a lot slower. The way I watched One Piece was I had my friend strap me into a chair and then had him use hooks to keep my eyes open and play it nonstop. Daddy, that's one way to watch it. A little bit of Clockwork Orange there, if you don't say so yourself. How did you even enjoy it then? That just sounds like torture. Which the cringers would say, oh, that's because it is torture. And that's where you're wrong. One Piece is literally like the best animated fiction of all time. Avatar, The Last Airbender used to probably be the best. And in some ways it might still be. But One Piece is just done so well. And it's still and I'm still invested. Oh, finally, I have an even faster fast track. Let's freaking go. Why I did not do this earlier, you would have to ask someone else. The brainwash kicked in for me after East Blue. East Blue is the ending of East Blue is one of the spots where where you start to realize, oh, this show is fantastic. Oh, another fast track. Why did I not do this earlier? Did you see the video of the live action One Piece cast with OG cast recreating the barrel scene? I did see that. I really love that. That was cute. Okay, so this is not doing what I thought it would. So maybe we go with that. The drink. Le drunk. And we'll just keep the compass on. Did you hear about them putting the ending of One Piece? Yes, Oda put the ending of One Piece at the bottom of the ocean. So the One Piece is real, and people have people believe they've already figured out where it is, which is hilarious. That is so One Piece fans. Okay, we're close. Chat. I can feel it. That was bad. That was bad. Did we do it, chat? We beat one of them. Got him! Let's go! Wrecked those brothers. Let's see what we get now. Woo-hoo-hoo. Not gonna lie, Optimus, I imagine someone actually finds it and it says JK lol by Oda. I wouldn't be surprised if Oda did that, because Oda has done stuff like that, but I think he actually did put the ending to One Piece in it. Because he dropped it in the bottom of the ocean. It's like, come on. If there's ever a reason for him to do it, it's, you know, it's One Piece. Or better yet, the One Piece was the friend. No, it's not going to be that. We know for a fact it's not going to be that. These fans are a different breed. In case it wasn't obvious. No, I knew you were joking. I knew you were joking. We are close. Lamau, it's funny. I had a theory that One Piece isn't actually special, and that One Piece is a joke or some kind of gag that's meant to trick people for their greed. No, Oda has confirmed that the One Piece is a physical object. Why Rogers Island is called... Well, it's not Rogers Island. That's just the island where the One Piece is. But yes, I know what you mean. He doesn't own the island. He's just one of the last people to get there. A bench. Oh. Let me in. Oh, here's the bench. Did not expect this to be a bench. I think it's just probably going to be something so ridiculous they never thought it would be that. I have a theory about what it is, but the theory I think might spoil the ending to One Piece, so I try not to say it. A silk eater. That's nice. You know what? Let's go down here. A beast shard. Yeah, it was bad. The One Piece is a swimsuit, 100%. Truge. I will confess, I haven't read or watched One Piece, and likely never will in its entirety. Just sounds like way too much content. How do you know if it's too much if you haven't tried it though? Like how live action cast doesn't call her Robin, they call her Miss All Sunday. The actress and the dude who plays Croc are really good. Wait, what do you... I'm confused. What you mean by that? Do you mean like in interviews? They don't call her Robin? That's because technically she's not Nico Robin yet. At this point in the story, she's only known as Miss All Sunday. So I wouldn't be surprised if Oda or the director is like, yes, please only refer to her as this for now. Because they know the One Piece fans. I don't understand why they gave Zoro's childhood friend such a weird nose. Because she had a weird nose in the manga too, to be honest. But it's also just the actress's nose, if I remember correctly. $1,100 episodes counting sounds pretty daunting, in my opinion. Here's what you do then. Oh my god, I hate this. Here's what you do. Watch the first 30 episodes. Just watch 30. See if you like it. If you don't like the first 30 episodes, then don't bother. If you can't watch 30 episodes, then I don't know what to tell you. At least I don't have anything nice to say, to be honest. Because I'm sure the people who say, like, oh, I can't watch 1,000, sure. But I'm sure they can watch 30. I do not like this area. Oh, thank God. Oh, we got a shortcut. I feel like there's probably going to be a boss or something here. An old diving bell. Its door shut tight by an ornate clamp. Huh. I'm guessing that one forger person will give it to us. And then we get to dive into the lava? Oh, that's cool. No, that nose has to be fake, and her nose was normal in the anime. Okay, let's look up her nose real quick. Because I remember it being kind of weird. Oh, I get. Maybe I'm thinking of a different character. Let's see. Who plays her? No, that's just her nose. That's just the actress's nose. Like, you look up a picture of her online, that's her nose. Oh my God, I hate how long it's taking to load these. Let's see. What's One Piece girl with sword. I'm forgetting her name. Right, Tashigi. What's Tashigi's actress? Yeah, she also has a big nose. Yeah, it's the actress's nose. They didn't give her a weird nose. She just has kind of a weird nose. It looks fake. That's just, I think that's the lighting. Uh, they might have made it a little bit bigger, but the actress does have a pretty big nose. I think it might be the lighting, because I'm looking at it, and it does look weird in the show. But so does Zoro's actor's nose. His nose looks weirdly big, or the young Zoro, not teenage Zoro, but backstory Zoro. His nose also looks weird. I think it's just that hers is more noticeable, because like the lighting is better on her in a lot of these scenes. But she does have like a kind of a big nose. Like it does look bigger in the show. But I think it is just the lighting makes it look bigger. That's so weird. It's funny though because in her actual picture she looks very pretty. But then because of the haircut and everything, and they also made her eyebrows a little bit bigger, it makes her nose stand out even more. Same with the actress who plays Tashigi. Like because of the haircut and the glasses, she looks so much less pretty than she actually is. And it's not to say she isn't pretty in the show, but like you look at pictures of her and it's like, man, this girl is gorgeous. And then this. You guys can't really see what I'm looking at, but it's pretty funny. 30 is a big ask. Is it though? Because if you've watched all of The Office or Friends or literally any show or all the Marvel films, it's not that much more time. Zag for future seasons of live action. Who would you want to play the Warlords or an Ellen stuff? I don't care. I don't fan cast. I don't, because it's like, oh yeah, this person looks like the character. But that doesn't mean they'll act like the character. And even people who can act sometimes can't act a specific way. Like One Piece characters have to both be serious but ridiculous at the same time. Right? Like Luffy's character in real life, they have to really kind of change the way he acts in the show, because the way he acts in the manga and the anime is so like oblivious sometimes. Because he is. And they still have him act oblivious, but he has to act oblivious in a realistic way in the live action. And it's just no, I know that they say, I know 30 is a big ask to see if you'll be into something. But I'm not saying to watch 30 to see if you'll be into it. I'm just saying watch the first 30, and if you like it, then watch the next few, the next section. But I'm not saying you have to watch the first 30. But if your complaint is it sounds like too many episodes, that's not just watch the first 30. If that's your only complaint. If you're like, "Oh, I don't know if I'll be into it to watch 1,000 episodes." Watch as much as you can of the first 30, and then if you said like, oh, I watched the first 10 and I didn't like it, or I watched the first 20 and I didn't like it, it's like, okay, you didn't really give it the full chance, because One Piece was made in an era where it was meant to be a slow start and you're supposed to watch a bunch to get into it. Like it's like watching older films that are in black and white. See, the scenes hold for a lot longer. They have a different dialogue. If you're like, oh, I don't like it because it's black and white and it's older, it's like, I don't think that works. Like imagine saying, oh, I don't like the Marvel films because I'd have to watch multiple films to get Avengers. Nobody's going to be like, Oh yeah, that's right. Watching Avengers sucks because you have to watch all the films. That being said, nowadays it sucks because you have to watch like a bunch of films and a bunch of shows, and then be keeping up with the behind the scenes because then directors will say stuff that's important to the plot. One Piece is your best friend. It is and it isn't. One Piece is really good if you can't handle just watching episodes all the way through, and you can't handle like the the animation filler. But I think One Piece ruins some arcs a little bit because it maybe not. I have to rewatch some of the One Piece stuff because I watched the re-edit of Fishman Island, and I did not like the official re-edit of Fishman Island. They cut out a few of the jokes and a few of the scenes between the Straw Hats, and I didn't like that. I don't like the way they did that. Did I go here already? Right. Aha, I see your secrets. That hurt. That was not nice. Ooh, a memory locket. I mean, looking for one of those. I see Claire is playing Slime Rancher. I think 30 episodes sounds reasonable enough. Don't know if I'll go for it just yet, but I'll keep that in mind. If 30 episode also sounds like too many, what is the first? How many episodes is the first story? Let me check something. Until not, I didn't want to go to AI mode, Google. I wanted to click all. Then watch the first. Let's see. What happens in episode here? What's episode 10? Okay, so what's episode 13? $14. Watch the first like 15 episodes too. If 30 sounds like a lot, or you could watch the first 3. The first 3 is like the basic understanding of the story. It's also when it's also the Shellstown arc. It's the shortest arc in One Piece, is the Shellstown arc. What is this? Was this an open chest? Have I already been in here? Don't remember being in here. Oh, I have been here. Okay, okay. Farewell, and if your car crafts, it's always hot. Okay. So we have to find some sort of key or something. Well, at least we've explored this whole area. Barring this. So we'll just put a thingamajiggy there. Just checking to make sure. Alright, I still have the wormways area over there we gotta check. I think it's time we just do the main mission, chat. Because besides a few keys that I need to unlock stuff, which require mostly money, if I remember correctly, there's not much left to do. So we'll go to Grand Bellway. And then the Forum. We still haven't found the map for this, wherever that is. Alright, a chunk of breaks in 100. Oh, that's nice. Built for the storing, recording, and research. Ooh, wait, I should. Key of Apostate. Oh, wait, I need this for something. I can't remember. And we need to give that to somebody. Okay. We still need to find the last berry picking. We won't need the heat one anymore. Oh, wait, that one actually seems really useful. I don't know why I haven't been using that. Might as well keep that. We'll go up. Come on, let's go. We're going to... First, we'll go to Bellhaven. Where's Bellhaven? Bellheart, that's what it's called. Bye, Alpha. I just realized you were... are you ready for people to flood your comments asking about the DMC anime season 2? It's around the corner. Is it? Oh, that'll be fun. Oh, right. She has a bunch of stuff that she could sell me. We found your brother. Yes, savings. We are together at last. My brother and myself both returned to safety. I am pleased you found one another. If you are planning to venture out again, I would urge you reconsider for the sake of your shells. We know it, Munchley Munch. We cannot be leaving this home of billows no more. Here is how we will remain for shells to survive. When we instead did plan together, clever, yes. Those pilgrims, them that pass, maybe as they will help for a small reward as we have. Even you, Miss Savings, yes, saving is done. Our wishes now we ask. Now it's time for Miss Courier. Couriers, I require a rasher of meat for an old bug in the citadel. Can you prepare it for me? Bug up. These knows our finest food. If they appreciate, we can prepare it most prompt. Miss Courier has only to ask. Bone bottom supplies. Once was common, this delivery, for the bugs in their champ besides the bone. Now even this is a challenge. Down there at base, where many pilgrims' journeys start. Too ready for their climb, these deliverings will give much value. But hold, Miss Courier, before depart, you must know, all deliverings are in needing of great care. No bump, no shake, no taking funny transport. Only leg, claw, wing must be used to see them where they need be going. Carry the deliverings safe, Miss Courier. Cared for like your own shell. I see, so I can't take the transport. Assemble the material? Sure. What's this? It's just an explanation of what everything is. Okay. That is interesting. If ever upon your long road more oil is acquired, seek my service with haste. Who knows what form we could find deeper within your blades sharpened steel. Yeah, I smell something on you. Heavily with the past you are. You have a relic for me, don't you? I have multiple relics. Yes, this fits my collection well. Look then. Look at what I have. More than bringing more relics of the past, records, seals, idols. Let's gather up the history of the world and hoard it all here, nice and safe. Okay, so I have to deliver this to Bone Bottom. That shouldn't be too hard. I'll avoid the 4Kids dub at all costs, right? Either Funimation or sub. Yes, the 4Kids dub, the way they dubbed a lot of the characters, especially Luffy, just does not sound right. Never mind, it's in May, lol, my bad. But I got my NL and Doffy cast, Ryan Gosling and Eminem, lol. Yeah, I've seen those. I do not want either of them to play those characters. I don't think Ryan Gosling could play Doflamingo well. And I don't think Eminem's that good of an actor to be able to be playing NL. I've definitely seen the NL one. I haven't seen the Ryan Gosling one that much. The fan casting for that. In my opinion, it's actually worth it to do this to... It'll save on stuff in case you're about to fight a boss. I can see why Eminem would look like an L because his design was kind of based off of him. But other than that, I'm like, really? Eminem? Okay, so I can't just drop down. Come, we come with the food. Sir, I bring supplies from the town of Bells up above to aid you, your camp and its residents. Ah, mighty thankful these folks will be. Most arrive here with nothing but their shell. Your delivery there'll make things a little easier on them. I thought you were saying Gosling would play an L. Also, I don't think we can cast Doflamingo this early, if I'm being honest. And I think they already did cast Doflamingo. Because we're not anywhere near Doflamingo's where he shows up in the story. We're not even close to where an L shows up in the story. Well, I mean, it is the next... that's like season 4. Okay? An L would be season 4, maybe 5 if they split Skypiea into 2 seasons, which I don't think they need to, but they could. Then there's... let's see what else. Just think about it, Zag, the rap god playing God. I can imagine the fight in the live action going, hey, Luffy, his real name is name's Clarence. I can't really imagine that. They officially wrapped shooting on PJ season 3. Yep, I know. I knew they had finished that. Okay, we'll go do some main quest. We'll go do the main quest, yes. Ada! The forum is the best place to go. Or high halls, as it's called. I'm gonna equip something just because I have a feeling it will be important. We should probably deliver this real quick, the Psalm cylinder to, what's his face? Actually, we'll go to Songclave first. I have a weird sense of humor, honestly. I mean, if Eminem ever wanted to show off his acting chops, One Piece would be the place. I don't think Eminem has any acting chops, if I'm being honest. That's one of the reasons he doesn't do it. I also don't like celebrities being cast in One Piece for the same reason I didn't want, I remember a while ago, people were like, oh, Jamie Lee Curtis said she wants to play Kureha. She could do so well as Kureha. And I'm like, while I believe she could do a good job, I don't want a big name actor in One Piece. And people are like, well, why not? You don't like her? It's like, no, I like her as an actress. But when you cast big names in a show like this, it uses up all the budget. Like the show is already expensive as hell. You're gonna make it more expensive?
Yeah. What has she brought it? More treasures waiting on keepers inside, yes. The sacred cylinders of our holy citadel. Pass them, give them now, she must. Yes, a fair gift, weaver spawn. This vault keeper shall glean what knowledge a great mind can.
Though understanding power, Farloom, reveal your secrets. Transcend this mind so limited. Through knowledge, release, transcend this mind so limited. Wait, is this? There we go. Come to think of it, that might be where the budget for Percy Jackson went. Lin-Manuel Miranda, Edge, Kate McKinnon, and Ming-Na Wen can't be cheap. Oh, definitely. That's how I definitely feel. Edge, the Edge might be cheaper. They did cast a fairly famous, who played qotd? Live, so hard to type like this. Live action. What was her name? I always forget her name. Katie Sagal. She's played a lot of Katie Sagal. She's done a lot of stuff. Like she was Leela in Futurama. She's done a lot of other shows that I'm forgetting the names of, but I'm remembering her performances in them. So she was probably semi-expensive. But it wouldn't be as expensive as Jamie Lee Curtis, 100%. I see what you mean. Like Adam Sandler should not play Kizaru for like two reasons. One, he don't got the build. Two, that dude is crazy expensive. Exactly, yeah. Adam Sandler is crazy expensive to have. He can act though. I believe he could do the acting. I've seen some of his stuff. I've seen a little bit of Rough Cut Gems, and it's like, oh my god, this guy can act. He just wants to be silly most of the time. But again, I don't like. It's like, well, it would be fun. I would love to see these big name actors playing these characters. I think that would be fun because they kind of look like them. But I want to see smaller name actors do it more, because I feel like they'd put more of their all into it, and then also we get a better budget for the show overall. I feel like the Edge, out of all the ones you named there, was probably the cheapest in Percy Jackson. She was Peggy and Married with Children, right? Yes, I think so. That's true. Not gonna lie, WWE Superstar Edge's series was wild to me. Yeah, it when I first saw it, I was like, what the heck? Isn't that guy like I kind of recognize him? I didn't really know him, but I feel like he plays Ares well though. The kind of Ares in the Percy Jackson series, he feels like Ares, like a dude who just loves to fucking fight, loves explosions. He's kind of a dick to everybody. Thinks he's better than everybody because he's better than a lot of people. Katie Sagal is good because she brought Kuda to life and she looks just like her. Yeah, exactly. And that's the other thing. Katie Seagal has been doing comedy, so she can play the serious comedic character. I loved her in it's called Super Donuts, I believe, or Superior Donuts. She had such a fun character in that. That show didn't do very well. I think it only had 2 seasons, but it was fun. Okay, we're gonna finally play the songs. Pilgrim of Farloom eternal, you rare chosen who hath ascended to this final threshold, listen to our wish, deliver it, that you may rise above and see your pilgrimage end. We would hear the song of the architects at the core of our citadel, they who sustain our realm, its walls, its floors, and its voice, even as others fall silent. We would hear the voice of the keepers within their grand vaults, they who guard our history, our prayers, and our secrets across the ages. We would hear the melody of the conductors high in their gleaming towers, they bearing the heaviest mantle, who would guide our land ever on to greatness. Oh, let's go, let's go. Let's get the full chorus. There it is. Oh, it's playing. We're songing that silk, guys. This is what they mean when they said Silksong. Beautiful. Pilgrim who would hold our song within your shell, rise above. Offer your most devout self unto our sacred heart. It's going to be an elevator. Yep. Objective updated. Let us enter the final elevator. To ascend to the heavens and destroy whatever God lives up there and controls its citizens. Oh, this is an epic, epic set piece. Or cutscene. We finally get to see it from Hornet's perspective. And look at all the flowers. And it's, you know who's Staff Cane. I knew she was going to be the final villain. This bitch. That was bad. My big hope is, since season 2 brought in characters from Dressrosa, is for next season or the season after they cast you as Maro the Phoenix. Cast me as Maro the Phoenix. Marco. Ha, nice. Not gonna happen, but nice. Thank you. No, the reason they brought these characters in, though, is to kind of help set them up for what they eventually, become in the series. All right. Let's try to beat up this bitch again. Holy fuck. This guy's crazy. I love seeing Bartolomeo in Logtown. I did too. I thought that was great. Okay, we don't need... We don't need the compass. I don't think I need the longer reach. What I think I need is more health. Bye. A wild Shogun. Guys, go catch that Shogun. Don't let it run away. Or else it'll be shell gone. Wait. Poggers. You got the Shogun. Yeah, I'm going to use this. The memory crystal. I feel like this could actually be useful. You forgot who's called a cannibal? He doesn't really eat people, huh? Who? Who's called the cannibal? I don't remember him having that nickname. I guess he eats them in his own way? I love seeing Bartolomeo become a Luffy fanboy, by the way. Like, that's just perfect. That's so One Piece. Wait, I just realized something. We can finally open that up. Not that we're going to use this, but we can open it up. Did we do all the side quests already? No, we did not, but I want to... I do want to... I want to move on. I'm getting kind of... I'm not getting tired of this game because I'm enjoying playing it still, but I am getting annoyed that at myself for not finishing it. He's literally us. True. God, this is hard. It's getting difficult. This is the hardest boss we've had in a while. Like, legitimately, like, I don't think I'm doing anything to her. She's just whacking me left and right. I wish there was a way to speed up that animation. Damn it. Doing this just to get more money as we fight her. I beat the new Resident Evil and I was very disappointed with the story. Gameplay was fun though. But said DMC took a backseat for this. Wait, what? You were disappointed with the story, but the gameplay was fun. And so you're sad that oh my god. Okay, so if you jump, she jumps. Got it. What was disappointing about the story? Like, what did you want the story to be like? Were you expecting something in particular, or is it just it didn't have the flow that you wanted it to? This might be the hardest boss in the game. It feels like it so far, and I'm okay with that. This is supposed to be an endgame boss, so it should be one of, if not the hardest. Okay, after this try, I have to use the restroom real quick, so we'll be back after these snackages. Damn it. Okay, so I can't just jump over her. She will react to me if I jump. She will jump. If I don't jump, she won't jump. So what you gotta do is let her start her attack. Oh my god, I forgot this guy's here. It bugs me that there isn't a safe way to get to her. Okay, I'm gonna take a break. I need to wash my face and stuff. So we'll be back after these breakages. What retcons do they do that make it bad? Let's see. It didn't have the flow of. and a lot of the story, it's all over the place. There's a lot of nostalgia baiting, and it falls in hard on the tropes that's been done 1,000 times. Interesting. What's a specific trope it falls in on that really bugged you? Like, what's one you remember that was like, oh, I can't believe they did that. I don't really mind them doing tropes though, because tropes they exist because they're good story devices. We just get annoyed with them because we see them all the time. But there's also an execution point. Yeah, this crystal one isn't doing the work I thought it would. Okay, let's trade out the crystal. What other ones do we have? Maybe we go back to this? No. Let's go back to the healing. I really hate when there's veteran character does something and the younger inexperienced character doesn't like it or doesn't understand. They scream at them momentarily. Joining the bad guys. Ooh, yeah, I'm not a fan of that one. That one is that's not a good trope though. That's just a weird like I don't mind the characters having a disagreement with an older way of doing something and then realizing, oh, they weren't wrong. But when they join the bad guys, it's like, why did you think joining this evil person was better than joining this guy who's been doing good things? Like, explain the logic there. It feels very much like, oh, they agreed with me on this thing, so therefore they're the good guys now. Like, it's the logic of, my dad's an alcoholic, but daddy lets me stay up until 2 a.m. So daddy's the better parent logic. I jumped back up. That was annoying. Execution is a huge factor. The tsundere trope in anime is just beating a dead horse at this point. When it's done well, man, am I in love? Agreed. Like, a good example is Boa Hancock. That she is 100% a tsundere. But it's not like the cringy basic, oh no, I don't love you, baka. It's the, like, she admits she fully loves him. And she's a tsundere for him. But it's done in such a unique way. And it's not for the whole series. It's just whenever she shows up and when she's with Luffy. When she's with other characters, she still acts like how she always acted. And she was kind of crazy to begin with. Like, she's like, oh, I'm so pretty so I can get away with anything. Ah. Right? Like, it's so dumb. Like, these people are trying to kill you. Right? Yeah. I don't... What did... I want to know the exact scenario that happened. That it was like... Where the new character is like, how dare you do this thing? You're evil. I want to know. Just because it's like... Like, I'll never play this game. Okay, I probably won't ever play this game. Because Resident Evil has never been a series I've been interested in. And I don't think I will ever become interested. Yes, so and there's this character who's basically responsible for everything that's happened in Resident Evil and died in the 5th game, but his actions and experiments overall shaped the verse. Okay? Okay, so he died in the 5th game, but what he did and who he was as a character was extremely important to the story and the universe of Resident Evil. Okay, so she can go off screen. Oh my god. And like in his last appearance, he showed up and showed no reports and they out-redeem him. What? So this extremely evil character... So, okay, so there's this villain who's responsible for all the evil stuff that happens in Resident Evil 5. And he dies. And even though he dies, his experiments are what cause everything. And it makes the world and the universe even worse than it already was. And his evil actions lead to worse actions. Is that what you're getting? And then they decide to have him show up. He doesn't do anything remorseful, but they also try to redeem him? What? I'm confused. What exactly... What exactly did he do, and how do they try to redeem him later? I want the details. I'm very confused. Oh, I messed that up. Basically, this guy is the reason why the monsters and zombies exist in Resident Evil. He's responsible for everything that happens in all the games. And the first time we see him, he dies. Okay, got that. Okay, got that. So he's responsible for all the evil monsters. Got it. Cool. And he shows no remorse for what he's done before. Okay, so he's showed no remorse. He's like, yeah, no, I was totally justified in doing... Got it. Okay, got it. In this game, he leaves behind recordings saying he feels guilt and he created the cure for all the monsters. So they retconned his character. Got it. I think I understand now. Okay. I don't like that. To be fair, that's what they did with Gerald Robotnik in Sonic, so I can't really say I hate that. Yeah, so the other character I'm talking about, she finds a little girl and basically is trying to protect her, and she dies, but becomes a monster, and the veteran character comes in and saves her. Killing the monster, but she blames him, saying they could have saved her, and she runs off with the bad guys. Does she know that she could have been saved? And did she try to tell him before he killed her? Because if she knew, knew there was a cure and knew how to get the cure, and she tried to stop him and say, hey, I know there's a cure, then I can understand her being mad at him and being like, you're a horrible person. Like, you didn't even listen to me. But still, joining the bad guys, you know, the ones who want this to be happening. Damn it, I messed up there. By this point in the end, okay, well then how do you know you can cure her? Okay. No, yeah, then that's just stupid. Look, if I saw my wife get turned into a zombie, or even my kids, I would probably be, like, I'm not going to say I wouldn't pull a Negan, where I keep them trapped in a cage to hope for a cure one day. But if someone killed them, I'd be like, yeah, I understand. I fucking hate that you did that, but I understand. These are monsters. We found no cure, so there's no reason to assume there will be a cure. At least I hope I have that logic. Okay, this boss is hard. This boss is like... And I can tell I've only gotten to like phase 1.5 at the best. Maybe phase 2 out of 4. I feel like this is going to be a 4-phase boss. And I'm going into this one with less HP. Nice. Oh, that was bad. Oh my fucking god. It's so dumb. In those forces, they do find the cure. The veteran's like, yeah, I missed all her vitals on purpose. Like, what? So you were willing to let a monster live to cause destruction and death? Wait, that just sounds inconsistent. He's like, yeah, this is the first time. I don't know. It makes no sense. I know which character you're talking about. It's the blonde guy. I don't remember his name because I never played the games. Oh, that makes no sense, though. It's such an anime thing, too. I missed all her vitals on purpose. That's one of the things I hate about JRPGs sometimes is they act so anime. Oh my god. Damn it. Hiya, this is hard. Okay, let's try this again. That was such a waste. I know it was Super Gaming Texan. Well, it is a Japanese RPG. I know. It's just one of the things I don't like about Japanese RPGs is how anime tropey they tend to be. Like, it's not the fact that they use any sort of anime... How do I put this? You know, any sort of anime kind of inspirations. But they lean so heavily into the trope sometimes that I'm like... It feels like I'm watching a shitty anime sometimes. Like, they're not even trying with the tropes. They're just like, yeah, this is an anime trope, and everybody loves it. And it's like, eh. I kind of like it. Oh, that was bad. I like this game's story is bad, and like Resident Evil is known for having a good story most of the time. But like DMC took a back seat to this. DMC doesn't have the best story, but tells a good enough story to be okay. Yeah, that's true. My thing with DMC is that besides the fifth one, I like them all, but the fifth one I like the most, and none of them I really like that much. Like, I like Dante. Dante's my favorite part. And yeah, they're cool weapons. But everything else, I'm either like, meh, or it's awesome. And it does have fun parts in it. I think I had the most fun with the first one most of the time. Andrew complained about the camera angles more than I did. But that's Andrew being picky. A lot of times Andrew's complaints are not that important, are not that big. Like, I don't think they're as valid as... I'm not saying they're invalid. But a lot of time Andrew has a complaint and it's like, oh, this makes something terrible. It's like, makes it a little bit worse, but not terrible. And then if he loves something, it's like, oh, this is amazing. It's like, it's good. Like, my example is, for something he's like, oh, this is amazing, is, Sun with Wukong. Or Black Myth Wukong. Black Myth Wukong is a decently good game. It's fun. Not even my top 50 or top 100 games of all time. Maybe I could put it in my top 100. But I don't think it's in my top 50. There's so many games that I would rather play again. And part of it is Andrew's super biased to anything mythology, especially if it's one of his favorite characters. I messed that up. The NC story is never meant to super good or thought-provoking. The story is good enough to get behind. Why are you doing what you're doing and get behind the characters? Yeah, it's really just a basic action series where it's like, they're the good guys. Here are the good guys. Here are the bad guys. And that's really it. I feel like sometimes people talk about it like it's so deep, and I'm like, it's not really. Like, it's tragic at times, but I wouldn't really call it deep, you know? Like, DMC5's story is just, there is an evil demon monster, and we have to stop him because he's doing demony things. And it turns out it's not just some demon monster, it's Virgil, who split himself up because he wants to prove he's better than his brother. So he would destroy the world. And he's learning he has a son, which you can pretty much guess from DMC4 if you're paying attention. Like, that wasn't a surprise in the slightest. And then, you know, his brother and his son beat the crap out of him. That's the story. But, you know, it's kind of, like, it's got some details that are nice in it. And it's fun. And it's not offensive. That's the other thing, is it's not offensive in the sense that, like, it doesn't destroy the story or the previous games, and it's just a fun game that you're just kind of messing around in. I think the MC1 might have the best story. I don't know. Hard to say. Like, it's like a decent burger, right? I The deeper stuff in DMC comes from like the manga and light novels. Yeah, the stuff that you have to go out of your way to find. And so it's like, it's nice that that stuff is there. But that's why, while I like DMC, I don't know if I'd put it really high up. And maybe it's just because I played it later in life. And that's one of the reasons I like the current God of War games so much better than the old God of War games. The old God of War games is just Kratos is mad at the gods, so he's gonna kill them and their minions. And there's gonna be random titty scenes. That's it. The newer ones, there's so much more depth to them, like even just as they begin. In C4 came out, everybody thought Nero was either Dante's son or his secret younger brother. A secret third younger brother, I think, would have been dumb. I'm not gonna lie. Being Dante's son, sure. Damn it. I got so close. The older God of War games were just, I'm kill the gods because they won't make me forget that I killed my family. The older games are literally better because it really makes Kratos regret and question. Yeah, the newer games, you mean? The ones where he's older? Yeah. I really love those about them. That being said, if you love the original God of War games, I'm glad you love them. Same with the old DMC games. They just don't connect with me, you know? It's like pineapple on pizza versus other toppings. I really like pineapple on pizza. Other people hate it. And I'll never understand why, but that's just my opinion on it. I think it tastes great. But some people think it tastes terrible, or it's too weird, or it doesn't mix well. And it's okay, fine. His old mindset while trying to steer his skin away from his mistake. I do actually want them to change the gameplay a bit for the God of War remakes. Andrew says, oh, that people really love the old gameplay. And you can't just go changing it. But then also at the same time, Andrew is one of the people who wouldn't try Final Fantasy VII until they did the remake. And I've wanted to play it for years, and the main reason I never did is because I didn't know until recently how easy it would have been for me to find a copy or emulate it if I really wanted to. Jesus, this guy is really hard. And it's not actually a guy, but I'm just saying this guy because that's how my brain works. This is a tough boss. I'm I'm glad what seems like the final or nearly final boss is an actual challenge. So what's everybody have planned for the week, my friends? What does this juice even do? I forget. You can buy the original Final Fantasy VII on console or the Switch. It's really easy to play the older games. Yeah, I didn't know that until recently. I have to make 2 unit plans for our classes, so that'll be fun. Ooh, explain. What are those unit plans? I don't know if this is doing for me what I want it to, so I'm going to go to that one. Wait, actually... This one might be really good for this boss. I need a win. I'm gonna keep writing Percy Jackson videos for a good chunk of the week. Sounds good. Moving into a house, unfortunately, it's such a pain to move. Oh, why are you moving? One is for grade 12 physics, where hydraulics and pneumatic systems. The other is grade 9 mathematics. We're doing data collection management in that one. Aren't you... I have a question. Don't you want to be a teacher? And if so, why are you taking such high-level courses? Or at least what seems like high level to me. I remember you said you were getting your teaching degree, but then you're also taking some really high level mathematics and science courses. Why are you required to take those for a teaching degree? Or am I thinking of someone else? Am I mixing you up with someone else? Cousin had a baby, so she needs the space. Interesting. Okay. I'm not going to argue with that. I don't know the full situation. I am in... Oh, okay, right. I see there's some confusion. I am indeed doing a teaching degree. Okay. I'm just, like, wondering why you're taking such high-level math courses if you're planning to be a teacher. Unless it's like you're planning to be a... What did I mention? Our courses I could teach. I see. So you're planning to teach, like, really high-level, like, college math and high school math. Like AP math and physics. I didn't see when she came out of her stun condition. Oh, that made it harder. Okay. So I'm using a lesson plan for these courses. I think it's just the names are confusing me. Like the hydraulics and pneumatics systems. What exactly is that? And data collection and management? How is that useful for teaching high school? I'm confused. Well, you are right. The courses I listed are actually not AP or the highest level. The data is 9th grade and the physics is the less academic 12th grade course. Explain. I don't, maybe I'm just not knowledgeable in these types of courses, but like, why do you need to know this to be able to teach high school level algebra or chemistry or trigonometry or calculus or whatever? I'm confused. I'm very curious, and I'm pretty sure I'm confused because of a lack of knowledge on my end, not because you're explaining wrong. Pneumatics and hydraulics part of 12th grade physics curriculum. Okay. Ah. I see. Okay. Then can you explain to me what data management is? What does that mean? Because maybe I'm overthinking what that actually is. Hydraulics are just liquids in some of the mechanics, e.g. a piston or... Oh, so it's explaining what a piston or syringe is. That I get. Nah, I did poorly there. Am I out of parts, by the way? Oh, that's annoying. Okay, well, time to go collect some parts. What will give me the most? I need to go get parts. I guess yeah, going up this way could be good. Now, going back to Bellheart would be a good idea to get more parts. Oh, Pragmata is good. It gives me space Last of Us vibes. And I mean, when The Last of Us was good, of course. Pragmata. I don't know what that is. But that's what I'm hoping Exodus will be like. Because it's made by the... Exodus is made by the people who made Mass Effect. And Mass Effect is one of my favorite trilogies in the world. It's just so well done. I don't want to fight them in the water. Where's data manager is literally just the process of collecting data points and representing, maybe finding relations. Oh, I see. Okay. I was thinking more like coding, which I now realize is completely wrong. Now I'm remembering that XKCD about hydraulics. I don't remember anything about hydraulics except for that they exist. And more or less what they are. I don't want to fight this guy. I vaguely remember being here. Okay, so this is a pretty good place to stock up on our materials. Perhaps. Maybe the long claw is the way I need to go for the boss fight. I just realized I haven't talked to New in a while. Miss Grownup has hunted much, so soon is time for New to venture out, she thinks. Keep your sights keen, for to meet in the wilds would be a delight. But I have an task to acquire a nectar of significant age. Would you retain any such drink? After the finer stuff, sure, I might have a few vassals left. But I can't be selling them cheap. The shells in my cellar are the last left in Farloom. Once they're gone, no bug will ever taste such sweetness again. For now, Ventura, I cannot spare them. Suit yourself. Maybe you'd rather pour the cheap stuff? Give your shell a kick before you head out into the Blighted Lands. Sure. It's only those few stronger pilgrims that survive to reach my home now. Farlam's curse claims the rest. Poor sods left to wander. Do sometimes get to wondering, is it the dredges of their own mind in there keeping them walking, or something else entirely? Might as well protect our rosaries. How much will this give us? 60? Come on over. Okay, looks like I got everything here. Just trying to collect more materials. Okay. We're not collecting a lot, but we are collecting some. Oh, hello again. What a blessing to see a familiar face on this treacherous climb. Greetings, sir. I see you have begun your pilgrimage, or else set out for your own sake. Either way, I'm glad to see you here unharmed. Not quite unharmed. I've suffered my share of scrapes and burns. That's just the nature of the journey, I suppose. But I've seen so much great metal structures and vast scorched fields. The grandeur of it all is humbling indeed, even for one like me, who is so humble to begin with. I was here for a little longer before resuming my climb. Just like the temporary seat area. Back here again. It's strange, pilgrim, that bends and doubles back on itself. Still, you may as well take the opportunity to share your rosaries. I forgot about this place. Put the scraps here. You gotta add some pockets for you to let you carry more tools and shards while you're on the road. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? A holy burden to help maintain your poise. Whether striking others or being struck yourself, you remain firmly in place. Ooh, that could be really useful. Yes, that's better. Sharing your devotion with me will surely bring you luck. Okay, so what does this actually do? It's a new thing I got. Ah, here. Heavy band favored by those with an uneasy step. The wearer will recoil less when striking foes and will not be flung as far when taking damage. Could be useful. Also might not be. You know, I don't want to be in here. Can you give us a cheesy one-liner? Oh, I don't have that many. I used to have one that I remember was funny. Are you a flashbang? 'Cause looking at you stunned me. There we go, that's one. There wasn't anything big and scary, but that's not too complicated. That's true, I hope. It's a new Capcom IP. It's the one with the astronauts and the little girl on his back. Oh, right. That one looks pretty interesting. Fluids don't work like that. If they did, we could build machines that can exert near infinite force. We can actually. It's called a hydraulic press. How do we know it's near infinite force? Have we been able to measure infinity? You know, I don't think it's worth it to stay down here. Ah, no, I don't want to be here. Let me out of here. I am so strong now. Why are those guys being more annoying? Huh. It might be better if we go to... Oh. Didn't realize we had more upgrades we could get for this. Good to know. There's also a health piece somewhere we could get. Still not sure what that is. I'm trying to think of areas that have... Maybe we go to the Blasted Steppes. And then Nomura is relocating resources from a canceled Kingdom Hearts project to Kingdom Hearts 4. Yep, that's already confirmed. So there was an AR Kingdom Hearts phone game that was going to come out, and it was supposed to be a transition story between Kingdom Hearts 3 and 4. And so he's reallocating some of the story beats and things. I just thought of a better place to go. That area of the memoriam. That's a good place to go. Not Torkoal. How could you guys let Torkoal escape? Because the way fluid pressure works, given a sufficient large piston and sufficiently durable materials, we can make a hydraulic press output as much force as you want. So if I wanted to put out as much force as the sun, you're saying I could do that? Interesting. Make it happen. Jarvis, make it happen. Do I have anything else that helps with shell shards? Nope. Hmm. We're close. We're close to our goal of being maxed out again. Once we have max shards again, we will attempt this boss one more time. Oh, that's annoying. I'm sure we didn't lose that much, so it's fine. It's fine. Maybe we should try using... this blade with the, with the other upgrades, because it seems to do more damage. Okay, so let's put those on. And then let's see. The quick heal's really good. We'll go with the longer strikes. That is what that does, right? Here's the range of needle attacks. Yep. Yeah, we'll... Actually, what time is it? It is 7:30. We should try again on Friday. So we'll have to stop for now, actually. I think we're prepped. We're prepped for the main thing. But we should end here. Life tip, don't drink too much sodas. Soda is delicious, but avoid it as much as you can. You have it on occasion, that's fine. Think of sodas and other sugar drinks like alcohol. If you're having it every day or every week, probably not a good idea. Yeah, the most rarest Kingdom Hearts merch is a Final Form Sora figure. I did know that. Well, actually, that's not entirely true. The actual rarest Kingdom Hearts merch is the official Kingdom Hearts Keyblade, Kingdom Key. That's the rarest one because they only made, I think, 500 copies of those. I had to drink soda anyhow. Well, other sugary drinks are also bad for you, but soda's probably the worst because of the fact that it also ruins your enamel. But anyways, we gotta end here. Oh my god. I'm getting schleppy. So guys, thank you all for joining me here in Le Dragon's Den. It has been a lot of fun to have each and every one of you here. It is good to be back streaming. We'll see you Wednesday. I do not know what we'll play on Wednesday because I don't know how I feel about this new God of War game. I'm like not looking forward to playing it and want to get back to Kingdom Hearts 2. So maybe we'll go back to Kingdom Hearts 2. We'll see. I'll talk to Andrew. Until then, stay safe, stay smart, stay healthy. Be thankful for everything and everyone in your life. And the number one rule here in the Dragon's Den: don't believe in yourself. Believe in me. Who believes in you? Bye-bye, chat.